It'd be 20 years now.
Check one, check two. Check one, check two.
I wish I could go back and tell myself some shit.
Check one, check two. My nigga K Wilson, what up, though? Keontae, what up, though?
Keontae, what's that?
We live, bro. We live on IG Live. We live on YouTube. Live on where we at? Facebook. Live everywhere. Live everywhere, dog. We understand you probably just now getting a notification because we do this shit kind of impromptu. So if you joining right now, just know that you are privileged because this is a live show, and after we're done, it will no longer exist unless you are a patron on our Patreon page, man, which you can hit that link in the description right now. You can become a patron of our Patreon page for as little as $5 and get access to this exclusive content. All right, so we just now chiming in, man. This is BBW after hours type of motherfucking happy hour shit. All that shit together. This is BBW happy hour, dog. Your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from 48205, man. I got my man Bo in the building.
Oh, shit.
Got my man Angry Principal holding it down.
What's up?
And we in this thing after we recorded our show, so make sure that you do tap in Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at eblockradio.com, where we're doing a 30 for 30 show. We got 3 examples of some great bourbons under $30. So make sure you check that out. We're looking at Big House, Wild Turkey 101, and IW Harper. Hey, look, that Wild Turkey got me fucked up. I don't even know what's going on. All right, so this is the happy hour, dog. So we talking about happy hour shit, bro. So this is what we want to talk about today, man. We gonna talk about your favorite music while catching a buzz off of bourbon, dog. Angry Principal, I'm gonna ask you because I think that we may have similar taste in music because obviously we listen to a little music whenever we're drinking over there. So what's your go-to? Like, what's your favorite? Or if you got a specific song too, like that'll be something too.
Not a specific song, but artist. I'm a Gregory Porter fan.
Yes,
So
yes,
I'm all
around.
Gregory Porter.
Okay.
Everything. If I'm having a good time out in the garage,
Yeah.
I got my Gregory Porter on, and then also I switch over to Charles Mingus.
Charles
Jazz.
Mingus.
I'm a Mingus fan. So
Yeah.
Okay.
So on the go, what up, though?
Yeah, so that's where I am if I'm enjoying myself.
Do you remember the first music that you heard while drinking? Like the first, like that combination of music and whiskey?
Because I didn't start drinking till late.
Okay.
I happened to be chilling out with some Tribe.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting there listening to Tribe, and I tried my bourbon for the first time. Actually, I tried brandy for the first time. That was the first dark looking at I ever tried.
Okay.
Paul Masson?
Yeah, it was Paul Masson.
There you go.
And I'm sitting there sipping on that, and I had Tribe on in the background, and that was the first time that's when I got hooked in the dark.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay. All right. What about you, Bo? What you say, dog?
Oh, man. Bruh. I don't even know, man. So the first time, let me say this: when I'm drinking bourbon, I guess
Yeah.
it's not really one, I guess, genre I like to listen to. Sometimes I listen to hip hop. Sometimes I like Miles Davis.
Okay.
I like Charles Mingus. You know, I like some of that real old school blues, like around the Muddy Waters era.
Gotcha.
You know?
For sure.
But then also, again, like I said, it's depending on my mood. You know, it's just really hit or miss sometimes with me.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of reggae. And something about reggae just
Dog, yeah, because I think I think one day we was out there.
we was on the deck.
We was on the deck,
on my
and you
deck,
turned that shit on. I was like, dog, you own this shit? He's like, dog, what I be drinking? I vibe out to this shit.
Something about reggae.
I'm just like, because reggae ain't never been my shit, but I listened to it that day at your crib, and like I was vibing.
I don't know what it is. It's mellowing me out. Like, I dig, I've been to Jamaica 3 or 4 different times, right? Like, so, like, I dig the music.
My man's on the go. Checked in. He said that motherfucker Paul Masson, boy.
Oh, yeah, Paul Masson to get you, boy.
That Paul Masson will get
Paul
you,
Masson to get you, though. But yeah, man. I don't want to take up all the time, but yeah.
No, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, we ain't got nothing but time. This is the happy hour of BBW, man. Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast. I guess I'm getting ready to tell you. As soon as we figure out why this shit ain't charging.
There you go.
Is it plugged up over there? The little charger box? Or did I unplug it by accident?
You unplugged it.
Damn. All right, man. Plug that motherfucker back in. This shit about to die. Barbie Way podcast just checked in. What up, though?
What up, though?
Barbie. That's all I gotta say about
Barbie.
that.
Oh,
Yes.
Barbie got it like that. Huh?
Yeah, dog. Like,
Barbie.
she has it like that, sir.
Okay, Barbie.
But for me, dog, I ain't gonna lie to you, dog.
Can I
Shit, I don't know. I guess. Let me see. We about to see.
It's a black Charger, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's good. Yep, we good. All right, so yeah, what got me, dog? I ain't gonna lie. Cause I wasn't drinking a lot of bourbon and whiskey anyway, but this was when I was in Colorado, dog. I was writing the book for my mom's.
Okay.
So that was a moment already, because if you don't know, if you know me, you probably know my mom passed away from lung cancer probably about 4 years now, or 5 years now. Yeah, 5 years ago now. And so I wrote a book dedicated to her. So anyway, my fault. I was about to have a moment. So I was I wrote a book dedicated to her. So I wrote it while I was in Colorado. So I was out there in Colorado, and at the time I was drinking what's the shit I used to drink all the time, the Irish whiskey. Jameson.
J-Mo.
So I had the J-Mo, right? I had the Jameson there, and one of my white homies had put me on with the Jameson and green tea mix and shit. So that shit was dope. So I'm mixing that shit, and I had a cigar, and I'm typing away, like I'm writing this shit, crying this shit into the keyboard, all that goofy shit. So then I was like, what I do normally when I write is I play jazz, and it's like I was like, I want to hear. I wanted to hear some Coltrane, so I put it in. I put it into the Pandora playlist and just shuffled it around. The first song that came on was obviously the Sentimental Mood and shit. So that was my first experience like with drinking and basically being in my feelings and listening to music. So it was definitely Coltrane. It was Sentimental Mood, dog, and some fucking Jameson and green tea, dog. So now when I listen to jazz, it go perfect with a drink and a cigar. So that's my go-to right there.
That's what's up,
like,
man.
Cause hip hop is like the turn up for me. Like drinking whiskey and smoking cigars is like the chill. Like when I want to turn up though, like I probably have to have turn up music with tequila. You know what I'm saying?
See, and to me, I think that's the great thing about bourbon, right? Because it really depends on the person and your mood, right? So like even when I'm in a chill mode, mellow mode, or whatnot. Yeah. I might have some Buffalo Trace and listen to some Charles Mingus or some Miles Davis or John Coltrane or whoever, right? But then sometimes I might have some Buffalo Trace and I want to listen to Moneybagg Yo. You know what I mean? So it kind of depends on my mood too at the same time. Right?
No, that's for sure. Because I definitely will tell you that I can definitely listen to some 21 Savage. Yes. Dude on couch. I will be, because he talking about you ain't gonna be listening to 21 Savage years from now. Yes, I am, dog. I fuck with 21.
Years from now, you gonna listen to 21 Savage.
Yes, dog. I'm telling you.
What the fuck ever, man.
But anyway, I listen to turn up music with fucking Crown Royal and Coke for sure. Crown and Coke is turn up whiskey for me, nigga. I don't know about nobody else, but that is turn up whiskey. I fuck with that. And
since y'all a little younger than me, I'm beyond
not
the turn
much
up
though.
page.
Not much.
I'm beyond that. So the other day, now if you live up north, you know that right now the cigar bars.
Paul Taylor, you said Paul Taylor. Y'all hip?
Never heard.
Yeah, he said smooth jazz. Paul Taylor.
I have to check it out.
We gotta check it out.
If you live up north like we do, the cigar bars are closed, so there's nowhere we can really go. So my garage has become a cigar bar. So I went and bought me a propane tank and got me one of those portable heaters. And my garage has turned into my cigar bar. So last week I was chilling out with Esperanza Spalding, Gregory Porter, Charles Mingus.
Esperanza Spalding.
I was straight. I was straight the whole night.
Bro, you know who he hit me to though?
Who's that?
Dog, he hit me to Coltrane's wife.
Okay.
I was not hip at
Alex
all.
Coltrane is ridiculously good because
Dog,
you got the piano and the harp going at the same time with a full jazz group.
Dog.
And she is comparable to Coltrane. Mm-hmm. I want to say that a lot of his inspiration came from her because you can hear a lot of influences in both of their music.
Yeah, from what I heard too, and it's funny because I didn't even know she did music. I had no idea.
I want to follow up on this Esperanza Spalding though, like. How'd you get hip to Esperanza? That's really.
I love bass lines.
Okay.
And so the first time I think I heard her on her first album, I heard the song Precious. And heard her sing. Yeah. And I love that pure, just perfectly mellow voice of hers. And then I heard her playing the bass at the same time. I fell in love. So it was like, okay, that's the one right there.
I got one for y'all, right?
I'm not hip.
So
you will.
I love that
Once
shit.
you get turned out, you'll be all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's Rosa Spalding. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
She is a beast.
Yeah.
This one kind of, I like her music. She dope as hell. You know what I mean? And I don't know, it just go kind of perfect with bourbon. Guapole.
Yeah, cause she put you in the mood.
She put you in that mood.
Cause she put you in the mood.
Man.
So you already know where my go-to in that area is. You know who my go-to is.
Sadie.
Huh?
Who, Sadie?
Yeah, you know, I don't fuck with Sade.
Evan Green. What's her name? Green.
Oh, don't do that to me.
Ooh,
but
sorry.
no, not her though.
My bad.
Now, I love her. Vivian Green.
Vivian
Okay.
Green, that's
I love her.
Yeah.
But no, fucking Erykah Badu. Come on, dog.
Oh, Erica. Okay, yeah.
I gotta fuck with Erykah Badu.
I like Erykah Badu's music, but that voice.
Say she sound like a honeybee.
It's like a
gnat.
gnat. Now after I can get through 3 songs, and then
Yeah.
that gnat start hitting me in the ear, I can't do it,
Bro. So I told this story before and shit, but like my infatuation, I guess, probably with Erykah Badu come from a long way back. So
You bought a
when
perfume, didn't you?
oh the pussy perfume.
You bought it, didn't you?
No, nigga.
What is this? What are you talking about?
The pussy perfume. Like she got some perfume that she
made
say
perfume
smell like her
that she
pussy.
say smell like her pussy.
That's what she said. Oh yeah, incense, candle.
Candle.
something. Oh yeah, you might be right.
Whatever
Right.
it is, yeah.
That's what she said. She said
Yes.
she said the candle
Reverse
smell
what
like
you
her
just
pussy.
told me. Say that again.
No, you heard what I said. You
Yeah.
heard it. You heard it correctly.
What?
A
You
candle that she says is the scent of her pussy. Real shit.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu.
Real talk.
And
Now, in real talk, not all pussy smell good, and not all pussy is
I would
worth
assume
you smelling.
I would assume
I would
Erykah
assume her
Badu would
pussy
smell
shit
like
is straight.
fucking floral arrangements and shit.
right.
If it's like her voice, and I'm like, hell no. So I don't know, you know.
They gonna put out a tuna milk candle.
Tuna milk.
Ain't gonna be no tuna milk. Nah.
I want to know how that came into development. Do you go in and
Smell the pussy.
smell it, or you go and take a swab of that shit? What are you doing to
Face
get?
smell the pussy.
Right, I want to know what this is.
Yo, if y'all just now chiming in, man, this is the happy hour with BBW, man. Beards, bourbon, whiskey, man. Make sure
I'm sorry, man.
you
She
trying to
had
think
her pussy
smell like a candle.
put
Yes.
into a candle.
That's
Yes.
what she say.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
surprised you ain't never heard that.
I've never heard this.
Dog,
Yes.
so with Erykah Badu, man, this was my thing. Dog, I was 17. I was still in high school. Shout out to Corporate Cody. Me and Corporate Cody was up at Eastern with my cousin and shit, doing some house party shit we shouldn't have been doing because we was 17. And we was out there, and that's when I first got my experience with Irk Jerk with E&J and shit. Shout out to my cousin, man, who put me on the E&J.
ENJ VSOP though.
Right, to step up a notch and shit. But
That shit gonna cost you about $8.
they said 8 instead of 6.
Okay.
But so we in that motherfucking dog, and he said, "It says bad motherfucker."
It just hit me.
It
That
just hit
Wild
you.
Turkey 101 just hit me.
Oh yeah, it's hitting and shit. But yeah, so I was up there and shit. That was my first experience with college co-eds too and shit. So shout out to the young ladies of Eastern Michigan before I actually went to Eastern. But
They love me and I love them.
duh, for sure. But that nigga was playing Erykah Badu and shit. Baduism had just came out, dog. He had that motherfucking CD on repeat the whole night. So by the time I left that bitch, I liked that shit. And then I always incorporated to that time in my life. So that might be why I like her so much. And then I just fell in love with her, dog. Like for real, I
I can
fucking
do
love her,
Erykah Badu's instrumentals, but like I said, I can do 3 songs with her singing.
bruh.
And then that
I love
gnat
her
start
voice.
hitting me in that ear.
She can sing to me
everybody-
without no music.
Everybody knows how bad that gnat in your ear feels. That's
It
how
is
it
not
feels.
that bad,
I
bro.
don't think it's like, yeah.
And that, you know, it's subjective. I know.
It
I
is.
I know I'm on some weird stuff on that one.
Just
but
like
I
people
can-
like Sade. I don't fucking like
I
Sade.
love Sade. I
Well,
can
that
listen to
shit's
Sadie
great.
all day.
That's fucking suicide music,
I
bro.
listen to Sade all day long, bro.
It feel like you want to lay in the tub and try to slit your wrist and shit.
I know you want to jump off the roof, but at the same time, Sadie singing is no joke. So I love.
Man,
I
I
love
can't
listening
fuck with
to Sadie.
Sade, bro. I ain't gonna sing. What I'm saying? Do it on couch, even though, man. Fuck that. Regina just checked in. What up, cuz? She said, "What y'all about to discuss?" Right now, we just having
We're talking about music.
yeah, we just talking about music
music.
right now. This is a happy hour for BBW, man. Beers, bourbon, whiskey. If you're just now checking in, man, we just having a random conversation after we recorded season 4, episode 1 of the Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast, which will be available Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on eblockradio.com. So now you're getting a sneak peek on drunk niggas talking shit. That's pretty much it.
Hey. The Bounty Killer, though.
Bounty killer.
The Bounty Killer.
He on his reggae shit hard right
reggae.
now. Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm a little drunk, but it's all good, right? You know, when I'm drinking, like, I was talking about reggae when I'm drinking bourbon. Like for whatever reason, like me and reggae connect. A bounty killer though. Ooh, if y'all not hit the bounty killer, man, like bounty killer will get you hyped.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm hip. I just ain't never really been into it though. You know what I'm saying?
Film, Loot and Fire. They get you hype. Gregory Isaacs, if you're really into like the old school reggae, like obviously Bob Marley, right? You know, he's an icon. But Gregory Isaacs is like if Bob Marley is here, Gregory Isaacs is like 1A.
Right there.
You know what I mean? Like you right there.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is, but when I hear that music, man, I'm just immediately chill mode, relax.
Yeah.
Just vibing. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's how I feel with any of the Coltrane shit. Like just like with jazz, like it's a difference with me too. I like jazz shit like Coltrane, instrumental type shit. Like I don't necessarily like a lot of singing in jazz. Like I can do jazz without vocals. I just like the band playing, and like sometimes like especially with Coltrane, like the music speak to you. Like the music almost like lyrics. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with that. I know it's some
You
people.
listen to the lyrics?
Huh?
You listen to the lyrics?
The music lyrics, yeah. Like shit that got actual words to it. Like I don't like it. Like that kind of jazz, cause you know it's jazz with some actual singing in it.
It's like Billie Holiday.
Type shit. Like I'm straight on that. I don't need it.
Okay.
I don't need it. Damn. My cousin Gina said, "Have I ever tried Japanese jazz?" I'm not even hip. Y'all hip to that?
A couple guys.
Japanese jazz?
I know about K-pop. I lived in Korea for 2 years.
Bro, my niece is in love with K-pop,
Man, K-pop, boy.
I'm so sick of K-pop in my house.
Bro, she is in love with
I'm
K-pop.
sick of it.
I don't know.
And they all look like little girls.
They do.
Even
everybody. What's the
like
word?
that.
Androgynous.
Androgynous. That print shit. Yeah.
All of them got them little bobs with the bangs and stuff. It's horrible.
Look like whole little girls.
I'm like, look.
That's their culture, though, right? So look, I lived in South Korea
culture.
for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And the first 3 months I was there, I guess Eminem had did he was supposed to do a concert in this town called Weijambu.
Okay.
So it was about 20 minutes south of where I was stationed at the time. So we hopped on the little subway, went down to Weijambu, checked it out. You can go to the little Eminem concert. And like off tops, like from jump, the vibe felt weird.
Yeah.
Because South Koreans, when they go out, they go out. Like they dress up, like they go out.
It's a whole thing.
You know what I mean? So like I had on some Timbs and some jeans and a hoodie and whatnot. I'm thinking like Eminem concert, whatever. Like I'm not a big Eminem fan, but I'm in Korea, so I go fuck with them, right?
Yeah.
But no, these cats, they showed up, 3-piece suits, gowns, shit like that.
That whole gowns.
Like, bruh, like I felt so out of place. The shit was it was like unlike any other experience I ever had in life. You know what I mean?
Hey, I just got a whole bunch of my bag, dog. People who was chiming in on Facebook. I don't know what just happened, but like a whole fucking gang of comments just dropped in. Okay. So I want to read those real quick. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers just checked in. What up, though? He said, "Go Blue." Are they winning?
They was losing at halftime. I ain't checked the score since halftime, but yeah, go Blue, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to my man Enrique and shit. Word on the street, dog. Shout out to his podcast, man. He down there in Arizona and shit right now. What up, though? My man Dre just checked in. What up? He said reggae is the best genre.
Damn,
he always gonna say that. They got their ass beat.
Yeah, 75-57.
75.
By who?
Minnesota.
What? Really?
So that's down there 20. Was Minnesota dope?
Michigan was ranked 7. Minnesota was ranked 23.
Damn.
So that's Michigan's first loss on the season.
And I was just about to say, was Minnesota good?
Yeah. They 23.
Yeah.
So
they ranked. They not bad. But
Juwan Howard still doing the damn thing.
Juwan Howard should be making every single NBA team feel like crap right now because they didn't choose him as a coach. And I hope he stays in college forever and never leaves. He could wind up being the new Coach K, the new Izzo, based on what he's done in the last 3 years, 2 years, 3 years,
3 years,
3 years.
2 years.
Yeah. He has turned that program.
This year 3, right? This is year 3,
right? But that program is still at the top where it was under Beeline, and it's not missed to be. In fact,
here's my thing about that whole situation.
We ain't gonna talk about football and hardball.
No, we ain't gonna talk about that. We ain't gonna talk about that shit.
Here's my thing with Michigan basketball, though, right? A lot of these sports analysts have been giving Phil Martelli a lot of credit for Michigan's success, right? So Phil Martelli's one of the assistant coaches, and like good on Juwan Howard for hiring good assistant coaches. Here's my thing. Don't overlook Juwan Howard and automatically just give Phil Martelli the credit for their success because he's been in coaching forever.
Right.
Juwan Howard is still the head coach of that basketball team.
Yeah.
And like his direction definitely dictates where that team is going.
Your job as a head coach.
You got to give him his credit.
Your job as a head coach is to hire people that are smarter than you in other areas and to be comfortable enough in your ego to be able to have somebody smarter than you make you look even better. And that's exactly what Juwan Howard has done. If Martelli is the one that's the reason behind it, good on Juwan Howard for knowing who.
For hiring his ass, for sure. Yeah.
100%, bro.
100%. As a head coach, you're the CEO. Look at how many assistant coaches are on that sideline. You are literally a CEO. You are the one managing all these people and all these personalities. And it's your vision that puts everything in place. Juwan Howard is doing a beautiful, masterful job of it.
That's why I love Angry Principal, bro.
No, he be on point. He be on point. No, he be on point. No, he be so on point. And another thing, like he be so on point, and then also like when you wrong, he gonna let you know.
Oh, he will let you know.
And even if he wrong, he still gonna let you know.
Okay, I'm not wrong.
We all got opinions, right? But yeah, he will. Hey, that's what's up. That's a good thing, right? That's what we want. You know what I mean?
Sure.
We don't want to all agree on shit, you know, and we don't all agree on shit.
For sure.
You feel the way, I feel the way.
Definitely. We done already had a situation before.
Right, so I'll give you an example. Why was Caldwell so good as the Lions coach? Because he's a great CEO. He knew how to get people in there to act. And this is before the Lions switched over. When they fired Caldwell, they said 9-7 wasn't good enough.
Right.
Now, this CEO took you to the playoffs 2 out of 3 years and gave you a winning record over the 3 years. And you got rid of him because you said 9-7 wasn't good enough.
Right.
He went to old boy and he stunk the whole joint up.
Hell yeah.
He's not a good CEO.
Yeah.
But Caldwell, excellent CEO. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to get smart people around him. And he did a good job of creating a staff that created success here in Detroit. Now, as I'm not a football fan, but I know losing from winning. And when I see one coach winning and the next coach that they fired, the next coach not doing well, somebody dropped the ball on that shit. Caldwell, I'm sorry, I hate he hasn't received another job. But he deserves it.
He might get the Texas head coaching job. I heard he's been interviewing for a few. So
pull your mic up now.
Since
Monk gone, you can pull it up. To you.
So you know, like what they always say, right? Like no Lions head coach has ever received another head coaching job, right? Yeah. But Caldwell's out there. People know. You can't deny that he's not a good coach.
I'm gonna say it like this: if Matt Patricia get a job before this motherfucker does,
he will. He will.
You think
storm
so?
The Capitol.
Yes. Dog.
Storm the Capitol.
We gotta storm the Capitol. We gotta storm the Capitol, man.
Hell yeah.
Dog. Let me say this.
That's funny as shit. I swear I don't want to get into that conversation. Because we will.
I had to bring it up.
We will.
It's going to happen.
It's coming. It's coming. You know we're going to talk about this.
And this might lead, I don't know, this might lead to it, but so black head coaches in the NFL, black administrators in the NFL, whatever, right?
Front office,
whatever it is, held to a different standard. We all know that. You know, Matt Patricia, he could have lost every game this season, and he's going to go out, and eventually, at some point,
gonna be straight.
He's going to get another head coaching job. He's going to get another coordinator job. He's going to be fine, right? Because in the coaching world, that's what happens, right? Your boys look out for you. Your boys take care of you because you hire people you trust. You hire people you know. You know.
Sure.
Caldwell, he caught such a rough deal, man. Was he the best coach ever? No, he wasn't the best coach ever. But he was one of the better coaches the Lions have seen in recent history.
Since Wayne Fonts.
Right? You know what I mean? Basically, yeah. Basically, right. Since Wayne Fonts.
Seriously, since Wayne Fonts.
You know what I mean? Took him playoffs. I mean, I guess you could say the same about what's the white dude that went to Philadelphia? Jim
Schwartz.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could say that. You know, he's good. He's a good ball coach.
Yeah.
But
even Mariucci turned out to be trash.
Yeah, you know, at the same time, and this is my opinion, obviously, but black head coaches and coordinators and whatnot are held to a different level. You know, in NFL, you know,
that's
different success level.
You got to work 10 times harder to get the same stuff.
That's fucked up.
As a black man, you got to work 10 times harder to get the same results.
So the Detroit Lions.
I was just gonna say
have a black
GM. Exactly.
So the curse may be over because I said that the Lions don't deserve to win anything until they do right by Caldwell and black folks.
He go get 24 hours to prove himself though, and he gonna be on the chopping block.
Yes, and so
he on the chopping block now. He ain't even got into office yet.
And that's the fucked up thing about it. So as a black man, you have to take a questionable position, a position you walking into, and if I'm not successful, this is career death for me. Like, I'm done.
Yeah, it's career death, right? For sure.
But this is my only chance at the same time.
Got to take it.
So that's that is a hell of a decision for black people in NFL.
For sure.
And not only black men. Now we see women are not starting to come up in the coaching world, right?
Yeah.
So like black men and black women, like you are held by this standard, but I think it's like this invisible standard, right? You know what I mean? Because you see white. No, seriously.
Hold on, my nigga Day. What up, dog? That nigga said a black GM can sign Jesus and still get hated on.
The goddamn right. That shit 100% true. Bro.
He can walk on water all the way to the touchdown and still get fired.
That shit 100% true. That shit 100% true.
Dog, y'all goofy as hell.
You know.
Dog, y'all goofy as hell. Let me see. I gotta read some of this shit, dog.
So wait a minute. The
Sunshine Camila. What up, though? I just hooked up with her earlier. She got a podcast too. She was talking about the new Jasmine Sullivan. Jasmine Sullivan shit was tight though.
That's a good
one. Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my.
Dog,
she's seen that shit though. She's seen the hell of that shit.
But she got a new song now.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
She nice though. I fuck with Jasmine Sullivan. Yeah, she nice.
Yeah.
Let me see. This nigga day they talking about when is his show date. DeMar checked in too. He said when he gonna be able to come on the show. Dog, you remote like you in Atlanta, ain't you? Well, we can bring you on remote.
Yeah, man.
You can come on IG Live right now if you want to. Shit.
It's like, hey, let me join this video and shit. Come on right now, bro.
Right, you can come in right now. Shit, fuck it. Anyway, what was you about to say though?
Nigga, I don't remember.
Dog, right? That's how that shit be done. I don't remember.
So you telling me the Pistons and the Lions both have black GMs?
It's about damn time.
That's a first.
Yeah. Hopefully shit go well.
But you know what? Man. Like, yeah, hopefully shit go well.
Yeah.
But you know what?
That nigga say he fly for free, so he come here. Okay, nigga.
Hey,
pull up, nigga.
Hey, pull up, bro. Yeah.
Right.
At the same time, though, they are held to this unimaginable level or whatnot. You know, like, you need to do this, blah, 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 whatever. And I don't know. I'm happy that they get these positions.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm sad, right? And I'm sad because I know they're not going to get a fair shot.
Yeah.
And I know they won't get a fair shot for the rest of their career.
Right.
You know, because even 10 years down the line, somebody's going to back and say, hey, well, we were the Detroit Lions, you did this, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
White coaches and GMs and executives and blah, 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 they get so many second chances. They recycle coaches and executives so much, bro.
Right.
Like, come on, man.
Give you an example. What's her name? Bianca Smith. She became the first black women coach of MLB for Major League Baseball.
Oh, so I did. I saw that. I saw a story.
Some people coming up, and there's another young lady.
That's major.
Danita Johnson.
Yeah.
She's the MLS.
That's major.
Coach with the MLS, so Major League Soccer. So you have some people actually doing some things.
Major League Baseball, that's crazy though.
Yeah, but baseball, that one surprised the hell out of me.
Hey, shout out though to I don't know, and this is bad on me for not knowing what the name is of the team, but Atlanta's WNBA team, right? Because one of the part owner of Atlanta's WNBA team, she was Loeffler or whatever her name is. She was that person that ran for Republican office for Senate and whatnot.
Gotcha. Okay.
And like her, and so the players on this squad, they came out and they was just like, hey, vote. They didn't talk bad about old girl. She's the owner of the team, so I know they got certain things they got to look out for. I get that.
But they stood up for
the dream. That's right. Okay. But they were like, hey, go vote. What was the old boy's name that won? Warnock. Yeah. They're like, hey, go vote for Warnock. Do this, do that. And like, I feel that. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily always agree with Democrats and things like that. But they took whatever power was available to them, and they weaponized it. And like, hey, big props, shots out to them, man, because they made that shit happen.
And they showed the NBA players how to manage this.
Big shots out to them, for real.
And lightweight transitioning into politics. Because you said that shit. Lightweight transition, because you talked about that shit. You talked about Atlanta Dream and shit, pushing people to, vote that Democratic ticket. That did, that shit flipped the Senate. That shit major. That shit major right now. So this is the thing though. And I just got to say this about politics. Star just checked in. What up though, Star? Fuck your podcast. In the building. But so this the thing about politics and this shit that's going on right now. Now there's a lot of shit that need to get cleaned up. Obviously, we gotta talk a little bit about the insurrection of the Capitol and shit. But with all of that going on, you know that the Democratic squad that's coming in that bitch now, they got a lot of cleanup to do. But at the end of the day, though, like for real, I know they got a lot of shit to clean up. I know they got a lot of errors to fix. But this is an opportunity where you got a Democratic House and shit, or you got the advantage. So a lot of shit should be passed that maybe would be fought by the Senate if it wasn't for this flip. So with that being said, dog, if this shit don't work this time, dog, I know they got a lot of shit to clean up, but if this shit don't work this time, dog, for real. I know Angry Prince will gonna say something about this shit, but I am not voting.
Okay, so
in 2024, dog. I am not, because if this shit don't go the way it's supposed to, after we did all this work to flip the fucking Senate and to get everybody supposedly on our side and shit, and this shit don't go the way we needed to go, not the way we wanted, but the way we needed to go, then I'm not voting in 2024, bro.
Okay, so one thing that's always happened after a Democratic president, you've always had the debt go down, you've always had higher employment, so the unemployment rate has always been lower.
Yeah.
You've always had the national debt go down, and you've always had a better economic situation going on with the country.
Yeah.
That has happened with every president. You can go back to Clinton, whichever Democratic president you've been talking about, aside from maybe Carter, and that was in the middle of his the gas shortage. Every Democratic president has increased the economic and viability of the country. It's when the Republicans come in the office that you actually see stuff go down because they go with the tax cuts.
Right.
So when you for anybody who doesn't know, if you do a tax cut, that money still has to be, basically you're taking money out of the system in order to give a tax cut. That means the social programs, it's got to come from somewhere. And then when you have a tax cut, that means you have less money coming into the system to do everything that you need to do. With the Democrats, at least you have a viable tax system where things are going to be paid for and you can pay down this debt. Under Trump, you're talking about $3 trillion increase in debt, whereas under Obama it was $1 trillion. Now with Obama, the only reason it became President Obama, the only reason it became a issue is because he actually added the military issues into the debt. He actually added that number in there.
Okay.
Whereas Republicans did not do that. They didn't add that number in. They just act like that was just a separate category. So that's the only reason his number went up. But if you look at President Obama and any Democratic president, all those numbers have gone down. So I'm hoping that between President-elect Biden and Vice President Harris, you're going to see the same thing happen this time. So historically, that's what normally happens. And I hope that it goes the same way at the same time.
No, for sure. It's going to have to.
I got one thing to say to that, though.
I'm going to have a problem. And I'm not going to vote.
I got one thing to say to that. Andrew Yang is running for mayor of New York City.
I was going to vote for him for president if he had made it. I was.
Like,
really?
Yes.
And here's my thing. I was going to vote for him too because of this one issue, right? He sees that automation, artificial intelligence, whatnot. Not that it's going to begin an industrial revolution. We're already in industrial revolution, right?
It's changing
People are
already.
losing jobs due to automation, things like that. Yeah, automation. Corporate America come to you and say, "Hey, automation is good for this and that and blah 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 and this and that," and some of that is very true. But at the same time, you've got Americans that need to have jobs. They need to go to work. They need to pay their bills and do this and do that and whatever, right? So. Good on him for being proactive enough to know that, hey, automation is going to take away these jobs. So this freedom dividend and these other initiatives that I have are going to help combat, the jobs that are going to be lost.
Job loss. Yeah, that job loss.
Then immediately you saw these career Democrats attack this man for that. You know what I mean? And they got onto this whole issue that, like, hey, we can't do this because of that. We can't do this because of this. Where's this money going to come from? Blah, blah. You know where the money comes from? You tax some of these fucking corporations that pay no federal taxes and that avoid them and that do this and that do that.
Bezos.
You start, Amazon's one of the biggest conspirators. I'm a former Amazon employee. I know that shit, right? They send you all this shit. While you're an Amazon employee and shit, hey, you should join the Amazon Alliance for this and that, to help support our lobbyists in Congress and shit. Like, they send that shit out to you, because they want to keep that shit going, obviously, right? That's good for business. You know what I mean? But that's what they're concerned about, what's good for business. They're not concerned about what's good for people. You know what I mean?
That's for sure.
And so that's when the government And you know, I thought it was really interesting that we saw some movement and we saw some Republicans react when the corporations got involved and they were like, "Hey, we're going to denounce Donald Trump for doing this because of blah blah blah."
Right.
And then that's when you saw these politicians really starting to respond. Because where do they get their money from? Corporations.
Yeah, for sure.
Industry.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We see what we got to do now."
So it says something that all of these staffers and everybody that worked in the Trump administration have been told by Forbes magazine, Forbes company. This is the people that rate who makes the most money. Said if you hire anybody out of the Trump administration, we're going to look at you as we can't believe anything that you say. That's serious.
Yeah, serious.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That means we're going to stop doing business with you if you hire these people. This man has tainted people's careers. Now, most of these people are young. They have full careers to go through.
And you know what's scary about this whole situation though? My nigga they fooling. This nigga say we need a female president with a deadbeat baby daddy that don't pay child support for 4 kids, and then shit will change.
Well, we may have a female president soon.
Dog, I hope nothing happen.
I hope.
You think something gonna happen?
My man 80.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you go down his own, you mean?
76, 78.
I thought you meant somebody's gonna kill him. You said
I'm
he's
just
gonna go
saying.
down his own.
I mean,
He old.
He's old.
He old. That's true.
He older than my old man. And I'm like, all right,
Facts.
Playboy,
Facts.
it's
Yeah,
that's
he
a
up
rough
there.
job to have.
You know what? Like,
Kamala's gonna be running the country. Just in case
Oh,
you
no.
all thought nobody's gonna
What I was getting ready to
Kamala's
say
gonna be
though,
running the country.
what's scary about that shit, what you said about Forbes and a lot of other places, this is what's scary about that shit. Like they are literally at this point cutting off his communication, right? Which makes sense for us, right? Like, dog, you need to make this motherfucker shut up, right? But what that's also doing is fueling the other side, though, right? Because when you get to scaring people and telling them that if you're a Trump supporter, then your communication is now about to be cut off. You're not going to be able to travel. You're not going to be able to do these things. And this is what they telling regular citizens who just happen to be Trump supporters. This is definitely not the case, but when motherfuckers get scared, though, you start feeling like, oh, they going to single me out for being a Trump supporter. Then all of a sudden, you turn from a pro-Trump motherfucker to a fucking insurgent, nigga. Like, for real. Like, it's your mentality changes. So I think that's the scary thing. Like, you really trying to cut off... You really trying to cut off his voice, but then what happens then is that you generate another form of communication.
And I think
this is so much like Nazi motherfucking Germany. I think niggas don't understand when I say that. Like when Hitler came out and he started manipulating the communication, that's basically what happens. Like you say that your regular government doesn't allow you to say or speak your truth or do things that are American, then you go create another form. I would be surprised if he don't create a whole nother form of social media. I would be surprised.
I would say I would like to go start my own form of media just for myself and let those people pay me money for them to spew all that stuff. Just if you are the enterprise and business person out there, that's what they're doing right now. They're about to start their company so they can have all that stuff come into it. It's going to be the Facebook of right wing.
I think you're starting to see
exactly,
that. Though,
like
right?
that. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah.
I really think you're starting to see that. You know, because you look at things like the Parler app, right?
Yeah.
When Parler was like really dedicated to those rights, those right wing conservatives, but like those ultra right wing conservatives, right? You know, and like the social media outlets are starting to come out and say, hey, blah blah blah, this and that, blah blah blah, whatever.
Yeah.
Here, I don't know. Here's my thing, I guess, right? You know, so. About the whole freedom of speech thing and blah, blah, blah. Like, private outlets do not have to guarantee you freedom of speech. They don't. Because they're private outlets. You know, simple as that. Right?
No, we know that.
Republicans,
but the common nigga listening to that.
Republicans put that rule in place.
100%
and now
right.
they're complaining that it's been used against them. Now, they are the ones that put in net neutrality, and they're the ones that put in the rules that say these private companies are private companies and they can do what they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Now they're crying because all of a sudden now, while everybody on MSNBC and CNN were talking about the riot and talking about the insurrection, Fox News was only talking about Twitter taking away Trump's voice.
And that's what I'm talking about.
That's all they were doing.
That's the narrative that I'm talking
about.
about.
That's a dangerous thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So the Republican Party, they're pretty much at a road right now. They really have to decide the fate of their party, you know. And this is just my opinion. They really have to decide the fate of the party, though, right? Because they can be diehards and support Trump and do this and do that, or they can take a time out and look at it critically and think about their careers. So I think the Republican Party is going through like a crucial moment right now, right? So they're thinking about, should I support these diehards, you know, and Trump and his base and whatnot, or is that not really beneficial for me? And should I really support like the larger population at hand? Yeah. So I think you're having that fight in the Republican Party now. Like, where do we go with this?
I got an answer for you.
Go for it.
With that diehard group, Trump has raised over almost $300 million.
A lot of fucking money. Yeah.
From that diehard group.
Money. Yes.
True.
That 33% of Americans that actually believe everything he says and believe that when he farts it smells nice.
They generate a lot of money.
They
not only believe it, but they're willing to act on whatever he says.
They gave that man $300 million. He raised more since he was no longer elected than he did when he was elected, when he was president. Facts. He's made more money in the last 3 months than he has in the last 5 years. Understand what I'm saying here. In the last 3 months, Trump has made more money in 3 months since November 3rd? 6th, whatever it was.
Yeah.
6, yeah.
Since we had the election, he's made more money than he has in his election time. He made $80 million in his first election. He made $300 million since he was no longer elected.
In 2 months. Right.
In 3 months.
3 months.
$300 million.
So let me ask you
this. What do you think they're going to do?
Right.
Right.
I want that money.
Right.
I can care less about my reputation. I can care less what you think about me. If I got $300 million that I can do whatever I want to, and he can do whatever he wants with that $300 million. Whatever he wants, pay down his debt, pay off his house, do whatever he wants. He has grifted, and that's the best word I can put for it. He has hustled $300 million out of people for what?
So let me ask y'all this,
and they don't even see it.
So at the point, obviously, I think he even realizes that at this point, whether he wants to put up a fight, electrify his followers again or not, whatever. I think he realizes at this point, like, hey, I'm not going to be president anymore, right?
Right.
So with him realizing that, do you think he becomes more dangerous, less dangerous? What do you think he's going to do to electrify his base now?
More dangerous.
Right?
Again, dog.
So what does that look like for us? What does that mean for us?
This is just like I'm saying, like that just assume like that as a business person, like off rip, he's a shrewd business person. And this is a great business opportunity, like for real. So you in a situation now where you can raise all this money, supposedly may be impeached, which at this point just would mean that he basically couldn't run for public office.
He was impeached.
Right. Well, I mean, like for a second time, but like the whole thing, once it's go through the Senate and everything, he just won't be able to run again, and that's fine. But I think all of that shit works in his advantage though, because whether he knows it or not, maybe the vehicle that's behind him realize the power that the government itself possibly turning on him is actually a great plus for him, dog. Look, dog, I watch a lot of fucking Hitler shit, dog. And I know that niggas make blind comparisons between fucking Nazi Germany and this whole administration, but it's there. Like, it's so there because, like, basically you got somebody who that you assume to be insane and shit, right? People assume that Hitler was insane. So you think that this dude is crazy, but at the end of the day, he has created enough hysteria, enough energy that his core following is good enough to create a completely separate party. And I said this shit on another show, and that's because
Trumpism.
Yeah, Trump, right?
Trumpism.
So people already, like, even us included, like, we voted to get Democrats in, but we don't really trust either one of them, right? So, like, you got that uneasiness about both parties. So this is a perfect time to say, you know what? Let me give you another option. And I'm not saying it's the Nazi party, but, like, it could be really close. It could be the MAGA party. It really could be a MAGA party. So, and then at that point, he got enough following, enough money, enough militias who could essentially turn into KGB and shit. I'm just saying, like, all of this shit, the powers that be are in place for some crazy shit like that to happen. And I only say that shit is possible because they are not taking this shit seriously. Motherfuckers who was on the white supremacy watch list banded together to come to fucking DC for this Capitol storming and shit, and they're on a watch list, and the motherfucker said that they're on a watch list, but we're not watching them. What the fuck is the purpose of being on the watch list? When you put fucking Black Panthers on the watch list, we couldn't go to the fucking corner store without a nigga knowing where the fuck we was at. Now all these niggas then came together and stormed the fucking Capitol on a watch list, and nobody said shit. Dog, you setting up the whole motherfucking scheme for some shit like that to happen, whether he knows it or not.
You know,
my phone down. I got off.
no.
I got off passionate.
No, you good.
That's how all of us felt.
I got all turned up and
That's
shit.
how all of us felt January 6th. We all looked at that and were like, really?
Like, what's going on?
Because if we had a Black Lives Matter motherfucking protest, nigga, they'd have had the National Guard.
No, we would have. They had the army out there.
like a couple weeks before, so right? Yeah.
So, okay, Carter G. Woodson wrote The Souls of Black Folk
Yeah.
a long time ago. And it talked about exactly what was happening in the South and how people were actually living. Trump is tapped into the souls of white folk.
For sure.
And specifically, white men. For whatever reason.
Oh, white men.
White men who happen to not be on the top of the socioeconomic ladder. He tapped into that.
He gave them a
area.
voice.
He gave them a voice. He showed their anger. He put it out there in front of everybody, and you saw the result on January 6th.
Mm-hmm. And you know, the crazy thing is, like, it's not like it's a legitimate anger. It's not like it's a legitimate beef. They're angry because I can't call you nigga when I want to. Mm-hmm. I can't tell him he can do this or she can't do this when I want to. You know, that's why they're angry.
Yeah.
They're not angry. Their rights are not being infringed upon.
They're mad because you're somebody's boss now. You're
that's
their
exactly
boss now.
it, bro.
That's what they're mad
That's
about.
exactly it. They're not mad because they're being oppressed or anything like that. They're mad because things are slowly becoming more. I don't even want to say equal, like equal, but like they're mad because some black folks are getting a little bit more power.
They're in a better position. For sure.
Yeah, they're in a better position than what they were, and that scares them.
Yeah.
And when they get scared, you know, automatically they go into defense mode, and that means violence. Exactly.
That's the way. That's the way the KKK was started.
As much as I love President Obama, he showed them that the smartest guy in the room was the black guy, and you all cannot outthink them, and you cannot outmaneuver him. You all got to do something different, and that's what came out of this.
I still,
and Trump put a voice to that, because it's scary when he said that I'm not even the smartest guy in my house.
Right, right, but. You know,
he's the smartest guy in the room,
and that makes me question him too, though. Like,
Obama?
So like Obama, yeah. Like I've never been an Obama fan. You know that, right?
Yeah.
You know, and one of the major reasons is, and that's cool, right? You know, that's fine.
So that's fine.
You know, no. What I'm saying is, like, the motherfucker's not innocent. Like, black folks want to portray him to be innocent. Mm-hmm. He still did a lot of shady shit too. He still bombed a lot of folks that didn't have any reason. You know, because they were going against the American agenda and shit like that.
Right.
Like, Obama still pushed the white male agenda. He still did that shit, whether we want to admit that or not.
Because ultimately the government is a machine.
Right, right.
I'll say he didn't.
I mean, that's cool. We'll have to agree to disagree on that. Like, we'll have to agree to disagree. That's fine. And, you know, but I find it hard to believe that a black man can become president and then not be pressured and pushed by white agendas, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially when you're the government, you know, and, you know, everybody wants to say, hey, the Republicans, you know, just got it stacked against him. He doesn't have a chance. He doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. And a lot of that is true.
Yeah, a lot of that's true. Yeah.
Right? But some of that is like he didn't try hard, and that's where I give Trump credit. You know, that's why I give him credit.
He pushed the envelope.
Yeah, he pushed that shit hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Obama didn't.
Yeah.
He saw, like, okay, I'm getting a little resistance. Let's try to be bipartisan.
Yeah.
And then, like,
Trump was
me
like, fuck
and you
y'all. You
know,
either with me or you.
And you know, too. Like, even though you are Obama, like, and that's fine. But we know sometimes, like, just going along to get along don't really work out.
Not all the time.
But remember I talked about long game as far as short game? Obama was playing long game. He knew that he could go in and not necessarily, he could not do certain things the way you wanted him to act. The way we wanted him to act. Luther, having him as acting like Luther at all times. We wanted that. But he knew he could not because he needed a Kamala Harris and a Cory Booker to come along and be able to do and say the things they want to say. Now, Kamala Harris can go 10 times harder than President Obama could because he went through and
made that a way.
He made a way for it. He did,
I got you.
He did that Jackie Robinson type of example where I'm gonna make it so that everybody is chill, so that the next guy to come in can do what he needs to do. And that part impresses me because he thought long game instead of short game.
If you look at it like that, I see what you're saying. Because like he kind of you being a trailblazer, so in order to not fuck up the trail, you gotta kind of let it live and shit. And it's just tough, man, because it feel like we've been letting it live for so fucking long.
That's my point. Like I'm about action right now, right?
I agree with that.
So like, yeah, like I want shit to happen. Move this along. Put this out in front of Congress. Put this out in front of the House, the Senate, whatever. Move this shit along. Like I get it. That's what we want, right? Mm-hmm. That's what we want to hear. I totally understand he wasn't able to do a lot of things he may have wanted to do, right? But maybe this experience with Trump makes me realize that like he could have pushed for some more shit, right? Yeah. You know what I mean? And not necessarily maybe to the same level Trump has, obviously, because Trump is an old, white, rich man and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Hey, he got physical on that piece, didn't it? That nigga hungry, boy.
He put his back into it, man.
I wish y'all could have seen that shit.
What were y'all talking about on this podcast?
Dude on the couch just got physical on that motherfucking pizza
real quick. Hey.
I'm about to grab some of that shit in a minute. We gonna wrap this motherfucker up, shit. I'm about to eat too, shit. Fuck that. But I see both sides of that shit, dog. It's just like being black in America, man, makes you so impatient. Like it just makes you so impatient. Just if you're looking at history and how things go for us, like it makes you so impatient. And I'm not saying that that's the right way to be. I mean, obviously because you want things to work, however they go work. And
how patient I gotta be, my nigga, though?
That's the thing. Now, how patient? Then you flip around and you see Trump coming off and basically just do and say what the fuck he want to. And obviously we know that black people can't do and say what the fuck we want to, but
we can.
But we could. Like at this point, in his second term on the way out, I just felt like he should have just did some shit. Like I'm just saying,
we back to long game. Short game. Now I cannot stress this enough. Only because I deal with the stuff so much every day that I see people only thinking short term and not enough people thinking long term. Okay. So I see the game that was being played by President Obama, and I understand where now Kamala Harris can come in and do certain things that she wants to do that President Obama wouldn't have been able to do. I get that completely. Right. But the one thing that has come out of this whole Trump period is now we got the green light to do what we need to do.
Yeah. So it was like a sacrifice.
Yeah. In a way, he kind of helped out so that we can say what we need to say, do what we need to do, and make the changes we need to make, and demand what we want to have. Because he demanded it, so we're gonna demand it. I wish you screwed up the country. Right. You had an actual insurgency in the dang on capital of the United States of America. Yes. If you have never been to this spot, it is a fortress. Exactly. I had to have a background check before I can even take a tour of this place. Exactly. And you let these people walk in? Exactly. Oh, come on now. Now I can do whatever I need to do. I can say whatever I need to say. And the door has been opened by this whole insurgency so that black people say what they need to say, and do what they need to do. And I hope they do it.
I guess that's been my whole point the entire time, right? Like, and I get it. White folks do some things that black folks really can't do. Honestly, even in 2020, that's what it is. It's the reality, right? I guess I struggle with this, man. Like Kamala Harris, she talk a good game and all this good stuff. Like, yeah, I'm kind of with it. I understand where you're coming from, but like, you got to show me.
Okay, hold on.
You got to show me. Like,
when you saw the insurgency, what was your first impression? Give me the first words you thought of when you saw the insurgency.
That it was fucked up.
What did you see?
No, the first thing I said, I'm glad it ain't us. That's what I said. I'm glad it ain't us out there.
But
I said good.
What?
That's the first thing I said.
Now they see what we know. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
But that makes no difference to anybody but us, because we see that. White folks don't see that shit because they don't go through that shit though.
But it's out there.
It's out there, but it's not out there.
Remember, you want to argue with me? I get to show the videotape of you all going to store.
But remember, they gonna come back to like, hey, I'm a patriot. This is my God. You're not a patriot. I'm supposed to do this.
You're not a patriot if you're trying to do treason.
You and I think that. You and I believe that.
And I'm gonna call you.
I really do believe that.
The worst thing about Democrats is they're horrible salesmen. If I'm a Democrat, everybody that ever holds up a Confederate flag, you're a traitor. Like everybody who did the insurgency, you're a traitor.
Yes, you're right. But not everybody in power is willing to make that claim. They're not willing to say that.
I would sacrifice.
And until that happens,
they need to just
even with black politicians. There's a lot of black politicians, even they are walking back their statements like,
True.
I don't know, maybe they weren't here to do this.
The same way Trump push.
Yeah.
I will push the word traitor from here on out to anybody who was dealt with
and
that.
treason.
But you gotta have the balls to actually do it, though.
You got exactly. You got to have the balls to do it.
And I'll be saying traitor.
And a lot of black politicians out here don't. And obviously
if
don't.
I'm
have
Jim
the balls to do that
Clyburn,
shit.
I'm saying traitor to every speech I do in front of the Senate, in front of Congress. I'm saying traitor.
I got you.
You all are traitors.
You know what? But I also feel them too, right?
Cory Booker,
so they're
traitors.
thinking about their political career.
All y'all traitors.
There's only certain things I can say.
Tickle, traitor.
If I come out here and I say this
traitor.
and I say that and I say this, my political career is done. As
I
a black
would never
person,
say
right?
Senator Cruz from here on out. I say Traitor Cruz, and that's how I would label that stuff from here on out.
I totally.
But we gotta have the balls to do it.
I get you.
But if you did have the balls to do it, like, what position would that put people in? Would it be helpful?
Because Trump made it okay.
It's not about it being helpful or not, right? But
I mean, at the end of the day, we want it to be beneficial for whatever our movement is.
Traitor Q.
I'm a traitor.
Trader Bo.
Trader Joe. Trader Joe.
Trader Q.
Bo.
I would stick that stuff in every time, but you gotta have the balls to do it.
Yeah, that's factual though.
I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I'm calm.
This whole thing is just fucking crazy, like for real. Like and like you said, the first thing I thought when I seen them storming the Capitol was like for real. My first thing was like, goddamn, I'm glad it wasn't us. That was my very first thing. And then after that, I felt like the response to that motherfucker just further let me know.
It would have never been us though. That's my thing.
Yeah, we never did that shit.
Us.
And I'm
glad about that.
First of all, we'd have never done it, or if we did do it, we'd have never made it that far. But this is my thing though. I think I'm gonna tell you what was worse for me. What was worse for me was the response to that shit though. Like they didn't know how to respond to that shit. I think immediately when these niggas ran up in it,
how to respond to it is that they was in on the shit. Like you know, you have all these panic buttons that don't work when you push them and shit.
Yeah. Cops
this
opening up the gates.
Cops is opening. Yeah, cops opening fucking like.
And that's because they agreed.
Throughways open and shit.
That's because they agreed.
Because some motherfuckers is
they agreed.
The FBI, you know, blue lives fucking matter and shit, right? You know, hey, blue lives matter. The FBI came out and say, hey, a lot of your motherfucking police officers are into these alt-right groups and shit. Like, y'all motherfuckers need to pay attention to this shit. And I'm like, oh no, you know, back to blue lives matter, blah blah blah, this and that.
And then
motherfuckers don't really care if they fucking with us. They don't. That shit is the American way.
Yeah.
If they fucking with niggas, fuck y'all. So what? They should have fucked with y'all. I don't care. When they start fucking with us, then we are patriots, right? And they are infringing upon our rights. When they fucking with y'all motherfuckers breaking the law. And that's how it's always going to be. That's how they see that shit, right? I mean no matter how much talk we have, that's what's going to happen.
That's
right?
the perspective for sure.
They see themselves as being patriots. They see niggas. They see niggas. They see niggas.
So let me
ask, black people breaking the law.
Let me ask y'all this then, like, because I'm looking at that shit. I look at that shit exactly the same. Like the laws and the government is set up the way it was intended. So like with that being said, for the generation coming beneath us and shit, are we even in a position at this point Hold on, damn! I know.
My bad, but
you don't even know what I'm
so
getting ready to say.
Frustrated by it, you know. My bad.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm so frustrated.
I'm just saying. He turned up.
Hey, my bad to Q. This is my nigga right here. I'm just so frustrated by the whole situation.
But we always talk shit like that. We always talk shit like that.
This is my dude right here.
We always go back and forth like that. But it's like this, though. I just want to know, like, are we in a position to, at this point, the generation beneath us, are we in a position to encourage them to even pursue occupations or careers in politics? Are we in a position to even encourage them to do that, or do we take a different angle at this point? Because remember back in the day, or just like when you talk about police officers, right? You talk about police brutality and how the shit fucked up. You say, damn, we need to get some more of us into the police academy, more of us to be actually policemen to try to change the whole construct of the shit. Do we convince our younger generation now to even be in politics? Because we don't believe in them. Like, we believe that once you get so far, you either go with the machine or you go bucket and then get kicked out of the system anyway. So at this point, do we even encourage our younger generation to even fuck with politics?
Absolutely. I'll give you an example. The only reason I knew about the insurgency was my son called me.
Okay.
He called and said, Dad, you watching this?
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you talking about? And he had to describe it to me. Now, his anger as a 17-year-old showed me that, oh, okay, they do have that pulse that shows that they can get angry about this kind of stuff. Okay. And understand that the majority of the country, 82 million people, voted for the Democrat / independent Democrat type agenda.
Okay.
Whereas 71 million voted for the Republican agenda. So you have the majority of the country on the centrist to left of what the policy should be.
Yeah.
That shows me that you got enough young people that are willing to make the commitment to what needs to happen, not just for the rich, but also for all people.
Right.
They just have to be encouraged to actually get involved.
Yeah.
They're willing to vote. We got them voting. Stacey Abrams showed us that you can get them to vote.
Yeah, for sure.
Now it's the challenge is to get people to actually get involved. Once
So-
that happens, once you see that start to happen, you'll start to see the change. Now that is what scares the right, because they know that the majority of the country is either centrist or left.
Yeah.
They know that they've already seen by the largest vote turnout of any election ever.
Right, for
happened
sure.
at this election.
Facts.
The most secure election we've ever had.
Yeah.
You know, in Georgia, they were talking about dead people voted. Only 2. And that's because they died while the vote was going on. They voted. They died. Okay, you can't count their vote.
Please say that again, because I want to make sure people understand that. Because they get so stuck on that dead people voting thing. Like, there was two people in the entire state of Georgia
Everything good, bro?
that died during the voting
They
process.
cast their vote.
Please explain
They
that.
cast their vote, and then they died.
Please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Therefore, their vote
Thank
was
you.
not counted.
Right.
They caught those 2, not 5,000.
2.
2.
Exactly.
Right.
Two people.
Two people.
Two people.
So they know they were able to audit just the way the Republicans asked them to audit. They audited the counts and found out it was 2 people and not 5,000.
Gotcha.
So if that's the case, then everything has been done the way it's supposed to be
Yeah.
done. Now what's being said in this election is if you're a Republican and you were voted in office, the vote is legitimate.
Yeah.
If you're a Republican and you lost, the vote is not worth anything. And
Exactly.
that doesn't make sense to me.
Not at all.
Hey.
Now you got to use common sense. And what do they say about common sense?
It's not that
so
common. My man's always say that.
Hey,
Shout out to
let
my
me
mom
ask
just
you-
came
let me
back
ask
in the
y'all
building.
this, bro.
What up?
My bad. You just said it. Shout out to Monk. He just came back.
He said that shit.
I want to know
that
how.
big house.
I want to know what Monk feel about this shit, bro. Like,
Listen to that.
hey, cuz, like, how you feel about the government, what they're doing, the moves they making? How you feel, bro? That's what I want to know. How you feel?
Monk Money don't fuck with politics.
Because he
Also,
gonna tell you what he feels.
this
like,
is gonna be an
no matter
interesting
what,
conversation.
politics or not. You know, what I mean? He gonna let you know what you feel.
before you answer that outright, let me ask you the question I just posed to everybody else, and that's just that the way we don't fuck with politics now, the way we don't really trust government. Do you think that we are in a position at this point to actually still encourage the younger generation to become involved in politics? Because we already don't fuck with it. So, like, are we at a point where we should even tell them, like, you should be the motherfucking state rep, you should be the mayor? Like, should we even be telling them that shit?
At this point, yeah, if you want to make some change, if you want to be the change, I think, like, personally, if you want to be the change out of all this shit, bro,
Yeah.
I suggest you get in there and see what's working first.
Yeah.
See what you can twerk. Because a lot of motherfuckers get in that shit and they see that big picture, that big check.
That big
and
check.
They say, fuck whatever. All my morals is going out the window. You know
Especially when you
what I'm
can be in the Senate for 100 years.
Yeah,
and shit.
especially if you can be in that motherfucker. Them niggas don't die, they vampires. But I'm just saying though,
Right.
like, honestly, like, and in that aspect, bro, like, these motherfuckers just, like, politics ain't my thing, for sure. I hate the whole fucking concept of the politicians.
I feel you, yeah.
Because they all crooks. Like,
They all crooks.
all
bro.
of them.
All of them.
Democrat,
Yeah.
Republican, independent motherfuckers, they all crooks. Ain't no president ever came in office and fucking changed
Changed
my
his life.
entire life.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, so, and that's speaking, and plus I'm black, so they ain't gonna help me. You
black?
Yeah, they ain't gonna help me.
Oh, shit, damn.
So they
I
ain't
ain't know this nigga was black.
Nigga Legroy. Nigga Legroy.
So, you know they ain't gonna fuck with us anyway. So, my thing is, bro, like, yes, I would suggest my kids, if you want to be a change or something, or change some shit, bro, and stick to your morals and say, fuck that check, then yes, I think so.
Can you do that?
Yeah, but we back to long game, short game stuff.
Yeah.
We back
We
to
are.
long game,
We
short
are.
game mentality.
How
Now,
long is the game?
Hold
God
up, the
damn.
game is long. bro.
Long
Hold
as
on.
it needs to be, bro.
Let me show you how long the
Long
game
as it
is.
needs to be.
Think about it. Since President Clinton went out of office,
Right.
the Republicans have been playing a game where they can get control to the point where they can put all the judges that they wanted into place.
Democrats have that too, though.
That's a
Not just
25.
Republicans, I'm
but
gonna say that.
that's a 25-year game. That's long game as compared to short game. That's McConnell thinking long term instead of short term.
That's all of them. Now, that's my opinion, but that's all of them. I think.
The one thing I'm trying to say is Stacey Abrams gave us the game plan. She's taking care of the vote part. She's giving us the playbook for how you can get the vote out. Yeah. Now we got to put the game plan in. How do we groom the political leaders that we
Shout out to her, too, though. She's a game changer. She's a game changer.
Yeah,
a woman from Spelman.
Whether you agree with that or not.
A woman from Spelman.
That shit major.
Yeah. And I'm on my HBCU stuff right now. A woman from Spelman helped get elected a woman from Howard. Also helped get elected a man from Morehouse.
All right, nigga, we get it. HBCUs is out there. HBCUs is out there. They doing their damn thing.
All right. So anybody
HBCUs is out there, baby.
And as a proud Tuskegee graduate, if anybody puts out there that the black colleges don't prepare you, please come talk to me right now so we can have a real discussion about what an HBCU does for you and how it prepares.
And Angry Principal will let y'all know. He is an educator. He'll let y'all know. He'll let y'all know the game for real.
I'm gonna put you on game. So now,
either you like it or not, but you're
right. He will let you know the game for sure.
My playbook is written, and I'm giving that to my son. So I'm gonna give it to any other child that's out there that's ready for this black college game. But anyway, what I'm saying is, Stacey Abrams gave us the playbook for voting. Now we got to get the playbook for grooming those people for office that are going to take care of us. And that's a long game type thing. That's talking about kids that are in high school right now, grooming them so that they don't make mistakes in college that'll wind up biting them in the behind when they try to run for office. That is what we're doing right now. That is what Kwame Kilpatrick's family did for him before he became mayor of Detroit. They gave him the game. He just happened to get a little bit too arrogant.
He got too arrogant.
And he screwed up his piece. But
not a little bit.
He still shouldn't be in jail for 30 fucking years.
Even though he got a lot of bit arrogant, he shouldn't be in jail.
Right. Still a lot of bit. But his arrogance brought him down. If we groom the next leaders for the Democratic or Republican, you can be black and Republican. I don't care. The fact is you're being groomed to help black folks.
I care a little bit.
I don't.
I care a little bit. If you're
only because I'm Republican in some sense, I'm Democratic in other sense. There are other, I'm both ways.
I feel that.
And that's the way black people are. We're both ways.
We're not John James.
No.
We're not John James.
Hold on.
John James.
Not fucking John James.
Wait, hold up.
John James.
I am a military officer myself. John James is a military officer. But I want to make this clear. I know black folks go through tough shit. All right? John James doesn't know that shit. Right? He don't know that shit.
He don't know that shit.
All right? That nigga don't know. That nigga on some bullshit. Hey, John James, I would tell you myself, one military officer to another, you on some bullshit, my nigga. Okay? You on some bullshit, bro. You need to reevaluate your bullshit, cuz, all right?
Reevaluate that shit.
Hey, this is the people that would support you if you on the right type shit, but you're not. Right?
You could be,
you know what I mean? You're not. You could be a monster in the government. Yes. You could be, but you on some bullshit right now, bro. All right?
That nigga
check yourself.
That nigga say,
check yourself, homeboy.
Look, if he had accepted his defeat the day one and went out gracefully, people will want to vote for him later on because he did it the right way. Because he refused, and he wound up trying to say that it was other people that were. It was stolen from
Trump
him.
Syndrome.
Once he got that into his system, it all screwed him up.
Let me put this out there. Shout out to Angry Principal for real. Even though him and I may disagree on a lot of shit,
a few things.
Some things. No. For real. Some things we really see eye to eye on, and when we see eye to eye on that shit, we see eye to eye on it. For sure.
No,
but the whole point is, we're back to long game, short game. And I want all of our people to understand, I'm all about the long game. Mm-hmm. Everything that I do in my life is about what am I going to be worried about 20 years from now? Not just right now, but 20 years from now. So as long as you're doing that, we as a people, if you have higher aspirations for your children, you need to be grooming them so they're ready for politics. If that's what they're interested in, you need to be grooming them from. I don't care if you have zero money in the bank account. You still need to be grooming your children.
That affects them.
Exactly.
Shit, you know what I mean?
And they have to take that stand and they need to be able to debate. They need to be able to talk about what their interests are. As long as you do those kind of things, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat. Shit, as long as they're genuine about what they want and they're trying to find the betterment of the country, you can be Democrat or Republican. As long as you're doing it the right way. But we as a people, We have to become long game people instead of short game. White people right now are long game. They think long game. If you have a problem with white women marrying all the athletes, guess what? That's long game. These women are teaching their daughters how to go after the athletes so they can have that long-term money. That's a part of the game. I'm speaking facts right now.
And then what
you don't like what I say? Okay,
you're not black. You're a human.
No.
You're a human first. You're not black. You're human, right? And like that's. Never mind, man.
So I'm back to long game, short game. As long as the long game is going on, we got to start grooming the people that we want to actually take over and be our leaders, and that's where we are. Because at my age, I'm not into politics. I'm not running for anything. But the guy that's 20 years younger than me, yeah, he can get in the game and actually take over.
You could be though. I mean, honestly,
I curse too much to be in politics.
No.
So
shit, them niggas like
these motherfuckers out here.
So let me just say this though. Like I understand everything you're saying, dog, and it make perfect sense. The motherfucker.
That one-on-one randomly come back up here.
You see my bottle is going low.
No, you see.
I'm trying to gobble later on.
Shout out to gobble. Hey, this is how it go down in the happy hour, bro. This is how it go down in the happy hour.
Gobble, baby.
Happy hour BBW, man. Beers, Bourbon, Whiskey podcast. Make sure you check out the actual show on Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. www.eblockradio.com, dog. We definitely gonna be in the building. We having some fun right now, though. We gonna keep it going for a minute.
I like the way you did that. You just shut all of us up so you can get that in there.
Yeah, we gotta always plug. Always gotta plug.
I'm impressed.
So make sure you check that out. If you are privy enough to check out this live version right now, then consider yourself lucky.
This nigga said privy.
Yeah, for sure. Because
that's nigga, huh? He using big small words.
That is though, right? That's a big small word. But no, I say that in all seriousness because if you're hanging out with us live right now, then this is a privilege because as soon as this broadcast is over, we are going to delete it. And in order to see the replays or in order to see this at all, you will have to be a patron to our Patreon page.
Hey, fuck all the nice shit. Y'all niggas sending us some money.
Right.
All right. Hey, we trying to put this out here for y'all. Y'all got supporters, bro. We support y'all. Y'all support us.
For sure.
It's all good, man. Hey.
No, I had it on there before. I forgot. It's E-Block Radio Podcast, though. If you want to send us a Cash App donation, dog. E-Block Radio Podcast.
Hey, honestly though,
I don't think we got one yet.
We had one.
Honestly though, for real, I want to say this shit, man. Like, yeah, this shit is fun. We enjoy doing this, right? But like, honestly, seriously, like black people are. That's my passion. I want to see us do well.
For sure.
100%. White folks been out here like killing the game for centuries, centuries.
Ever since the beginning of time.
Cause them motherfuckers is like the ultimate dynasty, for real.
The ultimate New England Patriots.
Man, yeah, it's time to for real change that shit. Like, and the more people we can reach and we can get out to, and not to say that I have one view on the politics. He has another. Anger Principle has another. Monk has another. 2Gs has another. Right. But when you put all that shit together, man, we all want to help black folks. Yeah. So if we keep supporting each other, like that shit's gonna come out there. We eventually, it's gonna get to that point where we're helping each other and we're supporting each other and whatnot, right? So whether it's you support this show or Wake and Bake show or shoppers, everybody, or cannabis analysts or whatever the fuck it is, people that look like you, they want to help you,
right?
Especially these folks,
for sure.
It's like,
no doubt.
Hey man, get involved in your local politics. Get involved, writing these motherfuckers, letting them know when shit is fucked up. Like, we have to let them know that shit. Because, like, if we just sit by and don't do shit until every other 4 years, like, shit's not going to change. They're going to appease you niggas to the 6 months prior to the election, tell you all the shit you want to hear, and convince you to vote for them, even though they ain't really not going to do shit for you. Instead, we got to get out in front of that shit. Really, hey, this is what we want. This is what we expect. This is what we want answered, right? Sure. Even if it is like, hey, we can't help y'all niggas out right now, but maybe 2 years, like, we got to put our demands out there, for real.
Yeah.
And how you do that, by supporting motherfuckers that have that outlet.
For sure.
And this dude, whether you believe it or not, this dude got that outlet. Sure. So, support this cat, support that cat. Hey, black, we coming. We coming. Simple as that. We coming, bro.
And my thing is,
Coming like porn stars.
But my thing is, they scared of that. That's why they keep their name on their neck, bro.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I swear to God, I swear that with the Egyptians' time, they don't give it justice because we ran the world back then. It ran so well that they said it ran so well that these motherfuckers had to come in there, fuck some shit up like they do to Black Bottom, any other motherfucking black property,
Black Wall Street,
Rosewood, whatever the fuck, Black Wall
Rosewood
Street,
for sure.
all that shit. When they see that shit coming, we're not about to have this shit again. You know what I'm saying? So it's on us, honestly, and stop giving these niggas the playbook. Shout out to Angry Man. Stop giving these niggas the playbook.
Yeah,
man.
Angry Man always say that.
They
shit,
always get the fucking playbook and they fucking run with our shit, and then they just throw some motherfucking salt in that shit to fuck everything up, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
sure.
we need as a people, bro. I swear to God, we do as a people, bro. We need to fucking buckle down and get our 10%. Work with our 10%. Then after our 10% working, nigga, we can get some other 10% to get the fucking running like well-oiled machines. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, that's the wisest thing this nigga Bo ever said to me.
I ain't got shit else to say.
I think he dropped the mic.
So to switch subjects, I do have a question for everybody.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so recently you saw James Harden get his way out of Houston.
Yeah.
All right, so it kind of tripped me out. I got my opinions about how he did it to get out of Houston to get to Brooklyn. But what are your opinions on what he did and how he did it to get where he is now?
How he did it was.
I'm a basketball fan, so I'm not the football fan the way everybody else is.
How he did it was weak as hell.
Yeah, how he did it was weak.
Yeah, how
he shit on his teammates.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He just basically said his teammates ain't shit.
Yeah, you might want to say fuck the organization, but not fuck your teammates.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Or how about I just want to go? How about that? I just want to leave this.
I'll rest to go. Sure.
I'd rather say that shit instead of like. Hey, ain't doing shit.
Time out. I'm glad this nigga ain't on camera. He got all the white sauce on his face, though. Dog, find this man some paper towel, bro.
That Big Mac is good, huh?
Dog, he got white shit all on his face. I'm so glad he not on camera, dog. Shit.
Big Mac.
Big Mac nut.
How you gonna go there with that shit? That's what that shit. But yeah, it was just kind of weak how he did it, man. Instead of like, he made a press conference.
Basically, he said, my teammates weak as fuck, I'm ready to go. That's basically what he said.
Like, these niggas ain't doing shit.
My teammates ain't shit, I'm ready to be out of here.
John Wall and all they bringing what was it? What's my man, Woods from Detroit? He like, fuck it, nigga, I'm still ready to go, nigga. If these niggas ain't shit, basically.
So wait a minute. So this man basically has been given everything he's wanted. All the trades he wanted. He wanted Chris Paul. He wanted Westbrook. He got everybody he wanted, and it still didn't work. And now he's ready to go. I'm just confused on how
what it is that he wants.
You got all the power you wanted.
What it is that he needs.
You were able to you were able to shape the roster, not the way LeBron is able to shape the roster, because you don't have that kind of power.
Talking about Kyrie?
No, talking about Harden.
Harden.
Oh, Harden.
Okay.
We talk about how he left Houston, but we also gonna talk about what we think that's gonna do in Brooklyn. I'm sure that's what we gonna talk about.
So I'm sitting here watching now. Everywhere LeBron goes, he's able to shape the roster and what he needs to be successful and win. And he's won at every location he's been at. I can't take now if he a Cleveland Cavalier, I hate him. I'm a diehard Piston fan.
Because of Pistons, for sure.
F Cleveland, I can't stand them. F Chicago, forget Jordan, all that stuff. I'm just that.
Jordan,
I'm a Piston fan.
Fuck Milwaukee.
Right.
Milwaukee.
Fuck all Midwest teams.
There you go. Now, he's a Laker fan. He's a Laker or he's Miami. I'm a LeBron fan. I'm cool. I understand the greatness.
Because they ain't got to fuck with us.
Right. I'm good with it. But if you a Cleveland, nah, you go to hell as far as I'm concerned. Cleveland's the worst city in the country. Now I'm not trying to go against Cleveland. I understand you got listeners in Cleveland. But I just hate Cleveland because the 2 times I've been to Cleveland, been robbed. So I just fuck Cleveland. As far as I'm concerned.
Wait a minute.
We ain't talking about
that. Wait a minute. You got
robbed. Gotta talk about that shit.
They broke. Okay, first time I went to Cleveland, I'm with my family. They broke into the fucking car, into the van.
Oh, wait. Lay out the whole story.
All right, so we on a family reunion. We down in Cleveland. Everybody at the hotel sleep, having a good time, enjoying themselves, and we go outside to the van. We go into the picnic for the family reunion, and what's fucking happening? They broke into the fucking van.
Damn.
Took everything that they could possibly take and screwed us up for the whole trip. All right, second trip.
They probably from the 48205.
Right.
No. Damn. Damn.
I'm not gonna say that because
I'm from the 48213, so
I'm not gonna say that because
they don't know how to act. They don't know how to act.
Hey, what my man said on Buffed Up? I'm from Ohio, nigga. Columbus, bitch. Red zone, bitch. Columbus, bitch.
So I'm not gonna trip on that because I'm 48221 and my wife is from 48205, so I can't say shit. So I'm gonna be quiet.
Happy life, baby.
I know. Happy life. I saved her from this 48205. Oh well.
Oh, here we go.
That's just an argument we have in our own house. But anyway, second time I'm dealing with Cleveland.
I guess I would look at it that way too.
I'm running my own business, tutoring service with the fucking school district, and I got screwed over. So as far as I'm concerned, Cleveland can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. They can kick rocks as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, so if you and plus
do got a couple nice hoes though.
They do.
I ain't even gonna say that. But
they do.
As a Pistons fan, if you a Cleveland Cavalier, screw you. You go to hell.
He said he came.
I said I came in contact with a couple.
No, nigga. You said you came.
I meant to say I came in contact.
Y'all nigga. Little balls around that boat. Little balls around that bitch. God damn.
So I'm gonna get
that bitch.
So back to the topic. And your principal, you were saying about Black Lives.
I can't stand Cleveland, but as far as LeBron is concerned, if he's not with the Cleveland Cavaliers, I'm a fan. And I understand the way he runs things and what he's done. He's run the things to run the way you want them to be run. He's hooked his boys up. They've created $1 million businesses because of his influence. I get all that. I understand his power. But not everybody can duplicate what he's done. In fact, nobody's been able to duplicate what he's been able to do.
If I ever become a multi-millionaire, you know who's going to profit immediately besides like my moms and my sister? Obviously, this nigga. Yeah, my 10%. Exactly. My 10%.
I'm taking that shit and selling crack.
It's goofy ass nigga here. No, but so like I think it was some bullshit how he left Houston and shit. But I just wonder how this shit gonna work now once he get to Brooklyn.
I don't know. Like, here's my thing.
Cause if it don't work, then you gotta
before
quit
you demand a trade and shit.
No,
I can't go to you looking like like Santa Claus. Like, hey, nigga.
Hey, you can't look like me trying to play professional basketball. I'm sorry, you can't look like me trying to play professional basketball.
His last interview, he said he in shape.
Bro, what? This nigga like
then that case, I'm in shape. In that case, I'm in shape, and I know that shit ain't right. So
Hey, the funniest shit I heard, a commentator said that nigga looked like. He looked like the old James Harden ate the new James Harden.
That's some funny ass shit.
They ain't going in on that nigga, man.
Hey, dog do look like he just got off a 13-hour shift at Chrysler, nigga, and just came on the court. Had a dog ass lunch, like, fuck it. Like, he do, though.
Hey, but he's still dropping
shit.
All type of shit, though.
But that shit funny, though.
But, okay, so I'm back to my
shout out to my man Greg and shit down in Georgia now. That nigga say, hey, round is a shape. So he basically is in shape.
Hey, G, what up, man? Hey, G had the whole, like, bathroom, motherfucking, like, I don't know what accoutrements and shit. I don't know what to call it.
I don't know, nigga. I don't even know what that word means, nigga. The amenities.
The amenities
yes.
and shit. Like, he had towels with G on it and shit. Like,
no,
my
nigga.
name is Greg, my nigga.
No,
nigga.
Nigga.
Y'all niggas know this.
No,
y'all walk in the bathroom and shit.
No, he had the motherfucking, the napkins, nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm
saying. G on it. They weren't, there was napkins.
No, and not like a sticker and shit, but like, this shit had a G on it for real.
Yeah, he had a bidet. What do you call that?
A bidet?
I don't think he had a bidet.
Oh, you talking about the pussy washer? He had a pussy washer and shit.
Asshole cleaner.
Hey, so look, and this is way off subject, but that's the first time I seen the bidet was on the porn and shit, nigga. That's where I saw a porn.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the first time I seen the bidet.
Yeah, so I supposed to watch your little, what do you call it, the grundle.
Yeah, I always thought it was a pussy washer, though. That's what I always thought it was, because of porn.
It can if you wanted
to. And we just got way sidetracked.
I don't know what's going on right now.
We were talking about power in the NBA, but that's gone.
We were talking about music.
Right, we were talking about politics. Hey, look, it's the wild turkey, dog.
Let me ask y'all two this.
It's the wild turkey.
2 G's.
Yo.
when y'all niggas is smoking or drinking or whatever, what type of music y'all like to listen to?
For sure, music.
Oh shit,
like
man.
music.
I listen to all type of shit, man. From like old school. I'll fuck around and put on some motherfucking Prince in that bitch.
Okay.
You know, I wanna be your lover. next song that makes me Sada Baby. Do it off a purpose. And so my mood,
Dog, that is my shit
I ain't
though.
gonna lie, my mood is pretty much any day.
Whatever it
everywhere.
is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Whatever your mood is.
I ain't gonna bullshit. I vibe about the side of times on that bitch. Fucking whatever keeps me up. I ain't gonna lie, man. I don't want to know. Oh, I want to die.
Sade suicide music, right?
I want to
Sade, that's some fucking suicide music, bro.
If I'm sipping and drinking, I want to keep my mood. If I'm sipping and drinking, I want to keep my mood up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I would go from like a Prince to a motherfucking Sada in a second. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
My music listen everywhere.
And
as long as it's up.
And see, I'm in the same way, bro. Like fucking R&B, I fuck with R&B heavy. You know what I'm saying? I know I can't sing, but I be singing them shit. And I be in my zone, bro. Like honestly, like in the chef business. The motherfuckers be mad at me because I got the motherfucking R&B on blast. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that's what get me going.
No, that's your facts though. I witnessed this man in the kitchen. And it's like you don't know if you want to motherfucking cook a steak or ballroom, nigga. They love it.
You a sex sexy girl? What you got on, baby?
Hey, I make love to the food. I'm gonna
know what the fuck going on.
No, that's facts right there. Though.
I mean, seriously, and then
some motherfucking pastrami over here though.
Pastrami, yeah.
Hey, for real though, that pastrami be on point though.
Dog, big grits. You gotta open shit back up.
I don't eat meat, and he definitely makes sure that I have stuff at the house that if I come over there, he can feed me.
Yeah,
and I don't eat meat, so I do big ups to that because it takes some concentration to actually go vegan / vegetarian and take care of business.
Grill asparagus on there for you,
right? and I'm smiling, so and I'm good.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, bro, like I make love to the food, I make love to the music, so that will get me going. You know what I'm saying? I got
don't say that because that means you put your dick in the damn salad, and I don't want that.
I think it's like you put your foot in that shit. Your dick too hard.
Right. There's a dick print in my salad. A dick print in my steak, nigga. My steak got a hole in it, nigga.
What the fuck is going on right now?
Hey, it's that 101.
Hey, my steak got a straight hole in it, nigga.
My meat.
Man, Gina's out of control. This whole damn party's out of control. No, we gotta get up out this bitch, dog. We about to hang this shit up. We been on for an hour already, dog. We about to sum this shit up, dog. We gonna get up out of here. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on Happy Hour, man. BBW, that is beers, bourbon, whiskey, man. Everybody loves BBW, man. Make sure you do check out the For Real episode on Wednesday night. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, www.eblockradio.com. Make sure you do subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you get alerted every time we go live. And hit that link in the description right now and become a patron of our Patreon page and help us keep giving you this content that you love. Yeah. On that note, dog, we about to get up out this bitch, man. I want to thank everybody who checked us out on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch, fucking IG Live, everybody who supported us to this point. Like my nigga Money said, you better get on this motherfucking train now. Because when we go on this shit, I'm not looking back no more. I done gave y'all niggas plenty of opportunities to fuck with us. Plenty of opportunities. So when we start getting...
Hey, can I get that 2014 Explorer? Nah, nigga. No.
It's over. OVO, nigga.
I don't care if it's 2006, motherfucker. No.
That nigga about no PlayStation 4 because we on 5.
It ain't no shit, dog.
We ain't none of that shit.
For real, man. On that note, dog, we up out of here, man. Enjoy you some motherfucking whiskey and some bourbon. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, man. Like I always say on that other show, man, whatever you go do this weekend, make sure that you do arrive alive, dog. You already know what it is. It's BBW, man. Everybody loves BBW. Beers, bourbon, whiskey. I got my man Dude on the couch in the building.
Man. 2 G's, man. Two Glocks, all them other shits, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. My man Money holding it down.
Man, you already know it's my first time with the big bitches, and I love the BBW.
We love you, big baby.
That's right, we love you, big baby.
Y'all be ready to please, boy.
Are you hungry?
Be ready to please.
Them strong jaws ready.
You want me to come? Yes.
Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
Yes, I'm ready, darling. I'm ready. Whenever you ready, I'm ready.
And we both out of breath. All we did was take our clothes off.
This episode is out of control. My nigga Bo holding it down, bro.
Shay, baby.
My nigga Angry Prince.
What you like, how you like.
And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Peace out. Y'all niggas crazy, bro.
After we done, we'll make a pork chop sandwich.